Yo, so today I woke up and not even when I really woke up. First of all, my voice is really deep. I think because whatever's been trying to Darth Vader constrict me for a long time has been pushed off to a degree enough to where it's not doing that as much. But okay, so Alessandra Ambrosio last night had shared kind of this. This is my story in pictures, right? Um, and so this is like some kind of award ceremony with I don't know, it's some Brazilian American award ceremony or I don't know. I really don't even know other than this lady shares a name with Fernanda Mota. Her name is Fernanda Torres. I think that could be pointing to something going on. But this was what Alessandra Ambrosio had posted last night. Viola Davis, I don't know why you're participating in this. I guess it's a real life Suicide Squad where a bunch of evil rapists from Hollywood participating with Alessandra Ambrosio because, I was raped and force bred when I was 16. I mean, force breeding me is a form of rape, so that's why I'm saying that. But was force bred when I was 16. Alessandra Ambrosio's kids, Andra and Noah Ambrosio. I believe I've heavily bet that they are my biological children. I think that that's showing out as far as what's going on. Uh, you know, I don't know. Tilda Swinton, you think you're Gabriel the angel? You think this is Constantine? I'm gonna suggest that's not what this is. But anyway, my whole point with this is that Alessandro Ambrosio is still trying to use these I don't know, cheap imitation men to make me feel uncomfortable and psychologically harass and abuse me on top of the evil things that she's done, her and her family. And Hollywood is actively participating. And so, I'm just making art out of what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like I'm making art out of this I guess covert kind of like they did some kind of black ops for some kind of evil fucking Satan figure. I think the Victoria's Secret angels are the angels of Satan, literally, or some of the angels of Satan. I mean, anything that is a messenger for Satan. But I think they do not work for Yahweh. They are not Yahweh's angels. Everything that I can see. So, based on everything I can see, and that I've been force bred by a number of these women, maybe including Fernanda Mota here, which would mean foreign nationals somehow doing that attack on me here in Houston, Texas, and the government has either been ignorant or allowed it. The American government, the Texas government, Houston, whatever. The adults in the room, they really fucked this one up. So, because I was a kid when this started, right? And I mean, really, my voice is like overpowering right now. And I'm not. This is not me trying. This is just like it feels like something is no longer able to constrict my whatever. But also here's this is what was going on exactly 1,260 days ago, and I can see all these women, and it just looks like they're taunting me. You know what I mean? Like they're part of some group of people that are taunting me and trying to make me feel bad and stuff. Josh Peck too, and Hollywood. And in the 1,260 days since then, a lot of these people have suffered considerable penalty. Like I think she lost her mom, and this is why you don't pretend to be a Christian and abuse me with these people doing this. So this is why I put 1,200 in the 1,260 days, and now war broke out in heaven, and Michael with his angels attacked the dragon. The dragon fought back with his angels, the Victoria's Secret angels, but they were defeated and driven out of heaven. I think they were used as some kind of venom thing, and they're using their kind of evil form of sexuality to venom people down. And it didn't work with me. It just turned me into Bane. Anyway, that's comic book jokes. I like to make those. The great dragon, the primeval serpent known as the devil or Satan, who had deceived all the world, was hurled down to the earth, and his angels were hurled down with him. And does it have something to do with the Dalai Lama because he abuses little boys or something like that? And I'm some kind of figure that is actually some spiritual authority connected to the deity Yahweh, and the synagogue of Satan, like Jamie Mazur and Michelle Mazur, more actively or aptly, is they're empowering. A synagogue of Satan means it's like a school or similar to like a church, but it's to a different deity other than Yahweh. And these people who are pretending to be Jewish are empowering that. Not all people who are Jewish. A lot of people who are Jewish are just stiff necked and obstinate, as it says in the Tanakh. But these people are specifically choosing some kind of fake Eastern form. Kabbalah is that too. I think even the term Kabbalah comes from this Hebrew word kabel. We're not going to look into it right now, but it has to do with tying or binding, and I think it's some kind of magical binding ritual. But anyway, it didn't work, or it was only a temporary bind. So and then this morning, so I did this at like what time was this? Hold on. 5:09. Okay. So at 5:09, I kind of ended tonight's thing, and then this is from 9:07 this morning. I just woke up like when I'm checking Twitter, checking Instagram. I actually don't have that many people to look at on Instagram now because I just pretty much stopped following everybody. So I can check that in the morning, and sure enough, Alessandra has posted, and again, I don't know if this girl also with Anja here is my daughter, or if she's like I don't know, someone else's daughter with Alessandra, or with Lucilda, or with um I was like, she looks like me and Brittany Mackey together, but I don't know. She could be my daughter too. Is my whole point is like people are doing kind of evil stuff. You don't need that much, I think, to do IVF. You don't need that much of my genetic material, and so I think they had plenty to like do it a number of times. So what I shared here, like part of my point with this is Vogue is participating as well. Else, this was maybe a fake version of Vogue. I'm not so unaware that I don't realize that, these people can just make shit up and lie. But anyway, so from Revelation 2 at the fourth church, which I think Alessandra is Jezebel. I think her children are Anja and Noah, right? That's what it seems to suggest, is that Jezebel has children and that those children die. And then, well, it says Jezebel's thrown on a sickbed and then Jezebel's children die. And what I have said for a while is, I think they all get sick with some kind of pestilence, because the fourth seal is connected to the pestilence and plague and stuff like that, where a fourth of the world's population dies. And so, kind of, I'm like, well, actually, it doesn't read like that. It just says, I will kill them with death, or in the, like, you can read this affirmation. In the Jerusalem Bible, it says, I will see that her children die. Now, they would be my biological children, but they treat me like shit. They would rather their fake rapist father Jamie Mazur or whatever. And I think it's just him being used by his mother, and then they're gonna have to pull him back out or something to be some kind of bad guy or something. That's why I think the second and sixth church have to do with a synagogue of Satan, those who claim to be Jews but are not, because they're following some other deity other than Yahweh. Even in Judaism, if you're claiming to be in the Old Testament, if you're claiming to be part of Israel and then you follow a different deity, that's why the exiles happen. That's why they're always trashed and scattered whenever they follow some other deity other than Yahweh. And so, what I wanted to show here is that it actually says, so first of all, teknon is the word for children or child. And so the whole point is, like, you could read this or pause it, but I think it's saying something suggests her children, as in like Jezebel has a school of thought, and her children are those that follow that school of thought or something. And then, but I think it's just her literal children, and it's Alessandra's children. And so it says, I will kill, and this is the word kill, like I'm going to slay, kill, outright, destroy, perdition them. I will kill them. This is also the word where Apollyon gets that kind of Apollyon, that. Anyway, long story short, perdition, Apollyon, the word destroy, the fifth church destroyer, like Abaddon, Apollyon, not fifth church, fifth uh, trumpet, where for 5 months this thing comes out and is able to sting people and use women as, like, I don't know, something that looks like women, but are like essentially like wasps with scorpion tails to sting men and make them kind of torture men, as like a forthcoming of, like, this is what it's going to be like in the infinite burning torture, is this kind of feeling where you want to die but you can't. So because I think they take or took a mark of the beast that, like, will not let them die, because like, anyway. So long story short, and then it says to kill and then death. So death of the body, death. Like, I will kill them with death, right? And so you can put that. So my whole point with this is that I think Alessandra's been using Anja and Noah because they don't want me to be their dad, even though, like, yo, it's really evil that your mom, like, raped and force bred me, and even despite that and how you've treated me, I've still, like, been, like, very forgiving and said, like, hey, you're my biological children. I'd like a relationship with you. Blah, like, I've been the good guy here. I have not been the evil one. That's been Alessandra and the kids, because the kids, like, have made a point to that all these men around her are more valuable than I am. All these people abusing them and me are more valuable to them than I am. So my whole point with this is that I believe Jesus is going to kill. This is what it says in Revelation at the second church. Jesus is going to kill Anja and Noah with Jesus or Yahweh. I mean, he's Yahweh at that point, but is going to kill Anja and Noah, which leads to, and you can also see all the autocorrections are the things in parentheses with ellipsis at the end. So this is, like, my autocorrect recently has been essentially hinting at certain things. Like, if we went to this one with Fernanda Mota, I posted this, and you can see where it says, they. I only consider myself to have a little strength, so if they can't kill me, they must not be as strong as they. And then I typed boast, and the first time I actually did it, it didn't autocorrect it, and then I went back and rechanged how my sentence was going to be, like restructured the sentence, and it changed it to beast. So as they beast or boast about being, and then I was like, that autocorrect, and then that autocorrector reminds me, is probably pretty damn on point, as it reminds me of what is spoken of in Daniel 7, 8, 11, 12, 20, 25, 26, plus Daniel 8, 23 through 25, plus Daniel 11, 36, and Revelation 13, 5, because I think it's all talking about the same person, beast person, who, like Nebuchadnezzar in the Old Testament, is, like, boasting about probably being able to kill me or whatever that they rapey evil thing they've done to me. Though much like Jesus, like, the killing of Jesus was the thing that gave him the power over death. So, like, boasting about that isn't really a good boast, because essentially it's like you got your stinger in as a bee, and then death is just a bee at that point. You know what I mean? Where you get one sting, Jesus has overcome that sting, and Jesus has the power to throw that bee into infinite burning torture for having done what he's done. So, yeah. Now, my point with all this is, I think that Anja and Noah and the other children, whatever other children are being used, which maybe her or something, maybe this is Ed, the whatever that dude's, Aline Ambrosio's fake husband. Maybe that's his, but I don't know. She could be my kid too. At this point, I don't really care. I hate all these people. Do I hate them? No, I strongly dislike them. I think hate is a poison in and of itself. And again, up until they die, I guess they have every opportunity to, like, yo, say what you did. Maybe you save yourself. You know what I mean? Like, but they aren't doing that. So anyway, I posted. This is my private fucking phone photo gallery. But anyway, so I did that, and then I get to the computer this morning, and all of a sudden I'm looking at my laptop, and Pacific Palisades, where Alessandra, Andra, and Noah live. This place that has been used as like some kind of rape headquarters is now burning down. And I mean, it. I saw like this is what this looks like live. You can literally see the fire. You can see the smoke for sure. This is like Santa Monica Pier, I think, somewhere around there. Um, Venice Venice Beach or something. I don't know. I'll say this: it looks like the Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It looks like this part of town. But anyway, so and there were some other, they. I don't exactly know where um, Anja and Noah and Alessandra live, but if I have to guess, their home there could be at threat. Like, is this, my guess is that this is connected to that, and that their home is at threat, and their home, they could have burned down. In fact, it might even be that they burn down, and like Anja and Noah are in the house and it burns down. I mean, at this point, it's like that thing in what's that called, in Suicide Squad. Since we're talking about that with Viola Davis, where I think Big Boy is like, "Yo, I had to stop these people from burning down your house with your family in it," and it's like, well, that looks like they stopped something stopped that for a while, but nah, it looks like that could be going on. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they're gonna be able to put out a lot of these before it does significant damage, because it already looks like, and the wind conditions. So like Yahweh, I think the wind conditions are like 100 mile per hour gusts are in the. If I put, well, actually, I'm even gonna do this. So when I was looking at this, I think this was a house that had people in it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm going to say this: I don't feel sorry for any of these people. I think that this has been public enough, and that this is like some neighborhood of rapists and evil people that have like been abusing me for a long time, and like I don't think Yahweh was overlooking it during that period, and I think that people get what they deserve. So, or do they get what they deserve? Well, I'll say this: it definitely seems like reaping what you sow. But okay, I want to pull this up because I'm watching it on here. But hey, Killmonger, all the comic book stuff. Speaking of comic book stuff, got my Superman mug. Anyway, um, so some things that I wanted to show here. Interestingly enough, if we go to my Beatport, some of the most recent things I think in the final things that went into the this cart. Gee, poor rich folks. This is what Cheryl Young says. Could you see that? Cheryl Simpson. There's a lot of Cheryl. Sherry. I don't know if you can see those. Also, what's her name? Uh, Issa DeLuz, Gabby DeLuz, who got cancer as part of all this. Um, who I'm assuming is gonna die, gonna die of that cancer. She is in, her daughter Issa is in Lake Tahoe and trying to like taunt me. Oh, crazy Yoda, huh? Who would have thought? Her daughter's in Lake Tahoe where my family lives, and these people from Hawaii have been trying to make me feel uncomfortable. So anyway, I don't know what's gonna burn down here, but I just it definitely feels to me like this is because of what they have done to me, and like that Yahweh is has provided like a windstorm essentially to make a point that, like, this is the same thing going on with Malibu and the Franklin fire, where all these people, Jay Z and Beyonce and the I think the Chrome Hearts people and stuff like that, like they all live in these places. So all I can say is these things went into my cart, and like I think people were watching me as I did it, but I can say um, I can say that this happened like hmm. Wait, can you see this? Oh, no, you can't. Okay, so wait, let's go to this cart. This is I got a bunch of carts here because I'm working on these mixes, right? And the Ali and Anja Ambrosio mix carts have a lot. You can see, I mean, I'm still working on the mixes. I'm actually almost done with my own library, so that's a considerable chunk. That would make me be like 50% of the way done, I would say. Like where I'm closer than far from putting out the Alessandra and Andrea Ambrosio mixes and just whoever else's, that I'm gonna do in the whatever order. But so okay, this is this mix, and we go here, and I opened these up already. And this looks a lot like what's already going on in my library already, but just some more songs. So I had added these like a couple nights ago, and I mean, I just feel like it is pretty on point. Moreover, if we go here and we go to the Alessandra Ambrosio mix, and we go to like, I'm gonna go over this as soon as I finish doing this stuff like that's in my library, so you get an update then. But like we go down a little bit, and I'm using music, and these people aren't creative; they're just abusive. And so when I'm doing this and showing like, I mean, what am I not making a point with the fire stuff? So anyway, um, I I think these people are evil is a lot of my point, and I think that in the least this will put a scare into them because they're trying to act like they're not fearful of the consequences of acting like rapists and abusers, and then taunting me from Los Angeles. Maybe the whole of Los Angeles, like all the angels from Los Angeles, are angels of Satan. Probably not. Probably more closely the Victoria's Secret angels, just a bunch of hot women used as like honeypots. And they used it against me by like literally. I think maybe it was supposed to be meant for me originally, and then someone lied to them and told them that they could get something more. Oh, like some kind of diviner, enchanter, wizard, spiritual figure that actually lied to these women, and now everything's coming home to roost. Um, like the consequences of their rapist, evil actions are gonna come and um, like bear down on them, like I don't know, some kind of storm or whirlwind, as it says in the Bible. And am I laughing at innocent people? Well, am I innocent? Because I didn't do anything that deserves a bunch of women acting like literally raping me, and then Hollywood making a point to like, you know, make those people seem like they're valuable or whatever. So as opposed to even me, you know what I mean? Like, nobody has even spoken out about it. So why would I care? You know what I mean? So these people's houses burning down, it's like, I guess hopefully y'all have insurance. I would suggest you don't let Alessandra Ambrosio live around there anymore. She can run away to Brazil or whatever, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Here's what I think. My point with the whole Andra and Noah showing the kill and die thing is that they don't die, I think, of some kind of sickness or disease. I think the idea is that they die of some kind of violence brought against them by people who know what is going on, and who basically there's enough evidence to say and they were given opportunities to repent and they haven't. And so what happens is they die. Andra and Noah die of something, maybe not right here, but I don't think they got that much time to live. And when they do in fact die, um, whatever they're being empowered, like they are the ones and things that are empowering Alessandra to continue to act the way she is. If they actually came to me and did the right thing, I don't think she would have, like, I think she's using them as some kind of magical protection amulet. And by magical, I mean like she's using their timelines into the future essentially to give more possibilities and opportunities of harassment and abuse towards me, on top of just the evil that they fucking exist. They are literal rape babies, and I'm still even nice to them, and nicer than I should be, and yet they still do this kind of thing. So all I can say is that honestly, I hope that Alessandra Ambrosio's house burns down with her in it, or I would say Andra and Noah in it, and then if they die, I think whatever magical protection is going on around Alessandra goes away. And I think then what happens is Alessandra will get sick and die. And then I have the Iron Rod and the Morning Star, the thing from Revelation that, you know, happens at the fourth church with the character of Jezebel. And then, yeah, I think that's what's going on. I mean, in the least, hopefully this is putting a big scare into them and realize like you aren't untouchable. You're just you haven't been touched yet for good reason. It's gonna everything is gonna match what it says at the end of Revelation enough to where it's just what it says in Revelation, so that God's word, Yahweh's word, plays out. I would also say someone put January 20th praying for rain. It's like, well, your prayers are you know it looks like Yahweh's doing the weather, and he sent a hell of a windstorm. In fact, why don't we pull this up real fast? So let me oh, I'm already logged in. I guess I already logged in, huh? Interesting. Whoa, this account is temporarily restricted. I wonder what's going on with that. Is my other account temporarily restricted? I think it's because I talked shit or something about people. I mean, like, actually, why is my account temporarily restricted, Elon Musk? I tweeted at Elon Musk something, and then, I think this is the part where I almost have a feeling they're going to try to send me to jail one more time, and I'll be in jail for 10 days, and it'll play out exactly like it says in the book. Wait, which of my accounts is? Oh, the Matthew is yacht. This was the account because it's like, what unusual activity is coming from this account? I'm more of a thing. I see bots on here all the time. You know what I mean? So that should tell you they're trying to shut me up. I think partially because Elon Musk has done something. I think he's more of this intellectual property theft stuff. Um, and anyway, and again, remember yesterday's thing was I the whole Magneto ex post Dalai Lama. It'll be the video right before this. Is it because I tagged Elon Musk and the Dalai Lama in a thing, and then now the Palisades are on fire? Has Elon Musk participated in this evil rape attack? I mean, I would figure so. I think he's had. I think the whole reason he had kids with Grimes is because she's a electronic music artist and like trying to make some kind of point to me. That was the whole reason he did the house music stuff too. I mean, I think he's some kind of fan who's trying to like I don't know who's being used by the women. Like I don't think he's as smart as they want him to think. You know what I mean? Or want people to think, and that he's like just some guy that the coven of women are like empowering and giving a lot of money to be like some person that is contra or adversarial to me, but to look like he represents the same concepts. But the if I'm wrong, okay, I'm wrong, and I would admit it. That's also it's because I have the balls to do that. I'm willing to say things and then admit when I'm wrong about them. So anyway, is this account messed up? No. I mean, like I do think it's kind of crazy. Like this was not like this. I don't know. It might have been yesterday. I haven't used this thing to look at it, but all right. What's going on, X? Think about how bad this is gonna be when exactly this plays out like it says in Revelation. Alessandra Ambrosio being Jezebel, she dies. Like, imagine how bad this is for these people. You know what I mean? Wow. This is a crazy morning. But all right, it's been 30 minutes. I didn't need this to be this long, actually. I actually wanted to make it shorter, but I feel like this is a good length for this. So, I'm just tired of all these evil people, and they're gonna get what they deserve. In fact, why don't we watch one more thing? I don't actually have to like. What's the thing with Ike Barinholtz? Like he's the guard or whatever. A visit from the Joker. Okay.
Where is she? It's complex. This is not just her. Everybody's disappearing. There's this new law where if you're a bad enough bad guy, they stamp terrorist on your jacket. They send you to this swamp in Louisiana. A black site.
I wonder if that's why New Orleans with the crescent moon thing that it looks like, some weird shit is being like kept under wraps as far as what's gone on in New Orleans. Also, maybe this is the swamp because Houston's a swamp. But in any instance, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole war going on behind the scenes, and some kind of media juggernaut is trying to keep it closed. But you know, there's the reason it says at the Sixth Church, Jesus opens a door that nobody will be able to prevent.
That's where she is. So what are we doing? That's where she is.
Anyway.
So what are we doing?
Bring the car around. We're going for a drive.
I also suggest all the ha-ha-ha's. Here, let me even say this. We're just going to start it back from the beginning. This could get copyright struck, so I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to do this from here. And, yeah, hold on. I'll restart it and say it afterwards.
Where is she?
It's complex. This is not just her. Everybody's disappearing. There's this new law where if you're a bad enough bad guy, they stamp terrorist on your jacket. They send you to this swamp in Louisiana. A black site. That's where she is. So what are we doing?
Bring the car around. We're going for a drive.
Notice the baby things. Okay.
Lester, hit me
Tiger motif.
one more time. Come on, man! You gotta call upstairs and tell them to float me their 10K. Okay? Hey, ow!
Boss wants to see you.
You know who I am? Good job, man. She's killing it. Come on, man. Why am I here, all right? Yeah, I'm down. I get it, all right? I've had a run of bad decks. Not my fault, all right?
Dude, this is real. I had to stop these guys from burning down your house with your kids in it.
Is anybody stopping that these days?
But you're lucky. Yeah, maybe. Why do you think so? Yo, Slick. What's up? Griggs, you are?
You might want to keep your mouth shut.
Can I go, man? What's going on, man? This is crazy.
Blah, 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 blah. All of that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt.
Oh, my God.
I could tell you meant that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be my friend.
And they say Jared Leto Joker was bad Joker. I mean, come on. What a performance. Alright, anyway. My point with all this is like, yeah, that's just... It seems like movies have been a mirror to my reality, and like... Even if this it doesn't end with, wait. Was that... Did I just record... Was that on the right screen? Whatever. If it wasn't on the right screen, fuck it. I do not care. I'm not going to redo it. So, you know. It just is what it is. It's the scene where the Joker goes up to Ike Barinholtz and like his crew is like, look, I had to stop these guys from like burning down your house with your kids in it, your whole family. But like my whole point with this is, does that look like that's happening now? I think the green light has been given, and I think the government knows, and that this is some kind of war where outside influence from outside the United States is trying to manipulate the American machine. And I'm as American as you can fucking get. I don't have any allegiance to any other country. The closest thing is I'm an Englishman, but am I an Englishman? I mean, maybe this is just how, like if Delta Force on one hand is looking at what's going on and like, dude, literally fucking Green Berets are killing themselves because their wife divorces them. How mentally tough do you think I have to fucking be to go through this for over 16 years and still have any bit of like my sanity? You know what I mean? Moreover, like I think on like, to counterweight Delta Force or whatever, you got the SAS, and I'm proving something to the English who need to get their country back. So I do think this is a twofold process. But whereas most of the SAS guys would probably agree with what I'm saying about Islam being a problem, and that's like, Islam is being used as a method for foreign nations to take over the United Kingdom. And I don't think people like me saying this. And like all the shit that people are saying, like, oh, Elon Musk is doing this or that. I think he's just controlled opposition. I'm not controlled. So, also I got lightning powers and he's got money. I guess according to Batman, that's a superpower. I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch. Anyway, all right, that's it. I don't really have anything else to add. I think it's a bad look that I'm doing this, and we go to my ex account, and for some reason, they can make up some bullshit reasons, but I know that people are watching, so they're just trying to restrict my account to make some kind of point. Is that it? Because that's what it looks like. I would suggest you prove otherwise at this point, but I'm using what's here up in my noggin. I don't like people dying. My whole thing is that the kingdom of heaven is where I want to go, a place where people don't die anymore. And something's trying to kill my family and I, using like a subversive, covert kind of strike, get me to fucking kill myself like the guy that blew up that Tesla in front of the Trump building. And, I'm not so easily taken down. So, yeah. If this is it, if this is where Andra and Noah die, and like, Alessandra's gets really sick because like that Knife song, We Share Our Mother's Health, well, then there you go. Because this is what they deserve. They're evil people. This is the end of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's the end of the Bible and what they've done. And everybody who's taken part should feel ashamed, and it is shameful. And time is up. So this year, a lot changes. Anyway, have a blessed one. I'll catch you next time. Later. Yeah.